Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius July 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as July goes, Venus will be in Leo from the 18th until the 31st, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Well, at this time, one way this may manifest perhaps as a Leo relationship. If you're unattached at this time, Aquarius, you may connect with a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Leo characteristics that might actually might escalate into a significant other marriage situation. In some cases, it could wind up being an open adversary or a legal opponent. This could be manifest in some cases in extravagant spending on legal matters, lawsuits, others in general, perhaps a grandmother even in some cases. This could also be about valuing courage, pride, dignity, generosity, good-naturedness, self-assuredness, perhaps in dealing with open adversaries, dealing with legal matters, matters connected with competition as well. Anything that could be 7th house related in your relationships, perhaps in general. Now, another next thing up. As far as July goes, Mars will be in Leo, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this could, in one way, this may manifest. This could be about putting a lot of energy and vitality into a Leo partnership or a significant other situation. A Leo partnership could be something, for example, connected with cardiology, something with the heart. Anything Leo related, something with sports or golf, like even entertainment, acting, some film production. This could be something too where if you're unattached at this time, Aquarius, you may connect with a Leo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Leo traits. It may be for a very could be for a sexual liaison. It could be somebody too that might wind up escalating into something connected with marriage, or somebody that could be a prospective significant other. This could be in some cases perhaps accidents from showing off. In some cases perhaps for a significant other or a grandmother. It could just be others in general. It could be in some kind of competition where you're showboating, like you're doing wheelies or something. So be careful at this time, Aquarius. And also this Mars and Leo energy, really you're talking about Mars, the fiery planet, along with Leo. This could be very intense heat energy, where you might see you might see stronger perhaps amounts or a greater propensity, I should say, for dehydration levels at this time. So if you're involved in doing something with others in general, in some partnership situation, or even maybe in matters expending some energy, even dealing with open adversaries, I mean, you could really be at this time, just be very careful, because you could be expending a lot of energy, and there's more probability for greater dehydration during this time than usual, especially if it's going to be happening during the summer. So anyway, next thing up, Jupiter will still be in Sagittarius, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, as I've spoken about previously, Jupiter can be rather paradoxical, could be strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. In a lot of cases, this may enlarge and expand rather foolhardy, self-righteous, over-optimistic, even reckless behavior connected with friends, acquaintances, people you know in groups, clubs, or organizations. Could even be perhaps in maybe in your own dealings with these people. This could also be very fortuitous, though, for Sagittarius aspirations and goals, such as something with sports, archery. It could be something with the law, religion, philosophy, publishing, advertising. And also this could manifest perhaps a lot of hope and optimism through perhaps religious, philosophical, sports, outdoor adventure groups at this time as well. And also very positive perhaps for expression really of jocularity and joviality with perhaps really with Sagittarius friends at this time, and it could really be it could be Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Sagittarius characteristics. And also it could really manifest in some cases about having that philosophy about being that incorrigible optimist in group-related situations. Really is what is really how this may pan out. And also perhaps, I mean, this could be something too at this time where it could just be very positive in general, really for anything. I mean, 11th house related, since we are talking about Jupiter and Sagittarius, I mean, being of course in its dignity, Jupiter in Sagittarius, but also a lot of perhaps very auspicious for expression of benevolence toward friends, toward acquaintances, toward people in groups, clubs, organizations, toward stepchildren, or even in people you might know through social media and social networking anyway. Next thing up, Saturn will be in Capricorn still, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, well, I have this position natally, and I could be, I mean, downright reclusive. This could be a time or a period where you might be more introverted and introspective than usual, Aquarius. You might be any kind of sorrows that you might be dealing with might be dealt with more secretly than usual. It could also be in some cases where you might find yourself taking care of a debilitated or sickly aunt or uncle, and might be making you feel somewhat despondent or melancholy, and also perhaps manifest in laborious work, in seclusion and solitude, and for those less fortunate than yourself, such as the impoverished, the oppressed, the homeless, and the hungry. Now, it could also be a time where you might be doing, or at this time where the unknown could put you in a very strong state of fear or trepidation. And also it might be about where you could be dealing with an older Capricorn hidden adversary at this time, or older Capricorn person. Could be a hidden adversary, I should say, and it could be a Capricorn Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Capricorn traits. Now, could it be at this time perhaps responsibilities, or maybe taking on too much responsibility? Could be the self-undoing. And it might be a time too in some isolated cases. A lot of this could be predicated and dependent, of course, on aspects. This makes the points in your chart. But like a Saturn type mental illness, such as something with depression, if let's say if this is making an adverse aspect, if it's making, say, a square to your third house cusp, or an adverse aspect to your natal Mercury, it could increase that propensity for this. Now, in some cases too, this could be about the loss of a father or a prominent older person in your life, even a grandfather in some cases. Now, and also could also manifest in some cases about Saturn hospitalization, such as something connected with the bones, the knees, or the joints. So anyway, people, next thing up is Uranus will still be in Taurus, so the 4th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, well, you may be experiencing, well, I mean, Taurus friendships. They could be Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Taurus traits. Might figure more prominently in your latter or end part of life, or at least getting you ready for it if you're not already in that phase of your life. I could another way this could pan out. This could be about perhaps very unusual, stubborn, obstinate behavior from home family members, the less dominant parent, which is often the mother, people you're close to home with. You might be really at this time seeing more maybe Uranus type qualities at the core. I mean, such as being very freedom and independent loving. It could be maybe something very unique, something very innovative. You're seeing ingenious, unorthodox, unconventional, which is what you are. I mean, Aquarius can often express those traits anyway, so you might be even expressing them even more so now. And also too, this could also increase the proclivity in some cases for perhaps getting an electrical shock at home. And also about really it could be too at this time not just about the danger of electric shock at home, but perhaps experiencing shocking behavior from home and family members at this time. And also it could manifest very perhaps Uranus type traditions, such as going to some kind of innovation or invention expo, or anything or something connected with computers or electronics, or something with aerospace, rocket scientists, astronomy, anything that could be Uranus related. And you might also find yourself becoming shocked perhaps at your roots and your ancestry at this time as well. You might find something very shocking in regards to that. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, next thing up, Neptune will still be in Pisces, of course, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, you may be experiencing some very deceptive and duplicitous behavior, perhaps in matters with your finances, your possessions, and perhaps someone prominent at the place you generate income. It might even be a time where maybe your values and perhaps where you're getting your money from at times may be nebulous and unclear. You may also be dealing perhaps in some cases with very chaotic conditions, perhaps with your resources, your possessions. You may be more susceptible to succumbing to some kind of financial deception or fraud at this time. So be very careful with any kind of documents, financial monetary documents, making sure you're seeing the fine print. But on a positive note, though, this could also manifest in generating money through something Neptune related, such as something with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, spirituality, photography, chemistry, poetry, dancing, doing something with illusions such as magic tricks. But at the same time too, Neptune energy can also be really about being a little bit more lethargic and more about daydreaming and fantasizing than usual. So you might find yourself doing those things, more fantasizing and daydreaming, more so than usual regarding second house matters, such as generating income, accumulating possessions, resources, anything that could be second house or buying and selling, more so than actually acting upon, especially if this makes an adverse aspect to your natal sun, Mars, or your ascendant. But it could also be about showing a lot of self-sacrifice with your money, with your possessions, and your resources at this time. This could also be about the dissipation and dissolving of them as well. Last but not least, Pluto will still be in Capricorn, so the 12th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, in some cases, this could be about perhaps rather obsessive, compulsive, even domineering or manipulative behavior, maybe oneself undoing. It could also be about rather powerful hidden adversaries. You might be experiencing more upheavals in your private life. And at the same time, too, you might either be trying to get more control of your sleep and being able to control when you sleep, as far as your sleeping schedule goes, more so than usual. Or in some cases, remember, Pluto could also be about obliteration. You might feel like your sleep is being destroyed for whatever reason. Sometimes this could be about nuke mirrors as well, because remember that Pluto can be connected with things that are nuclear, and the 12th house can be associated with our dreams and the unconscious. So could also be about dealing with some kind of sexual limitations in some isolated cases. Now, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment from my Aquarius July 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. Stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Pisces July 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on the symbol, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.